What's up, everybody? Welcome. Your FieldersChoice.com daily hit and run show at a special time, noontime today. So hope many of my regulars, sorry, my mouth got screwed up there. Hope many of my regulars that check us out at 10 a.m. are watching us now. So anybody, check in the comments, write all you want. Let's talk baseball. Give me your thoughts, so on. But first of all, FieldersChoice.com, $25 a month. That includes all sports. Right now, the MLB promo is still going on. It's going to be ending shortly, though. We covered all right now. I mean, it's pretty much all MLB right now. But we do have some sports. We have WNBA going on. We have some tennis going. I see our guys talking right now, some golf in the chat room. But it's MLB. Right now, it's pretty much MLB until NFL season. But we got you covered. We've been pretty much on a roll every day. We apologize for the lack of shows this week. So had some personal things going on. But we will be back definitely next week at the regular schedule, 10 a.m. every day, but Thursday. And I guess that's it. We're here to talk. It's a big slate tonight. It's 12 games, no weather, which is good. So we don't have to deal with that. Once again, talk to me in the chat room. What's up, Big E? Dave Jones is here. Hi. See, Eric's got a sick family too. Everybody's sick. But I'm back, and feels good to be back. All right, so we're gonna go over everything. Throw your comments in there, ask all the questions you want. And yesterday, Ohtani, Yankees own Ohtani still. The first one game was June 30th last year, a year ago. Yankees pummeled him. He didn't make it through 2 outs in the first inning. This year, at least it made him three innings. What's up, Sean Manning? Pummeled him. Next game, Jamison Talan almost made history, almost to a perfect game. He went through 8 innings. He would have been the first pitcher since I think it was King Felix back in 2012, I believe. That was the last perfect game in MLB. The last Yankee to throw a perfect game was David Cone. That was 1999. That would have been cool. But he made 3 innings, and Jamison Talan is really underrated this year, and his arm is electric yesterday. Jared Walsh broke it up. But good game. What else we have going on? Tony Gonzalez pitched a great game yesterday. Finally, the Mets are finally shut out for the first time this season. Great game by Gonzalez. And what else? Joey Votto. Joey Votto's on a roll. And it just sucks that Votto is never on these main slates with these Reds and their 6:40 starts because of school and all that. Those early starts, I think, like in May and June. But Votto's rolling, just like he was last spring. He started out bad, went out down with COVID. Now he's back, and when Votto's crushing, you play him. So if you're playing at early slates, you're playing showdowns, play Joey Votto. There's a tweet I actually put in our premium MLB where he actually mouthed to the third base coach yesterday, and he said home run. And 2 pitches later, he lost it. And Joey Votto's on, and he's done a better hitter in baseball, and right now he's on. I mean, I may be a little bit of a fanboy, but he's rolling. Meadow Alloy 419, what's up? Thank you. So we got a good crew in here, it looks like. You can beat me up. You can ask questions. You can tell me I'm wrong, right, or whatever. But let's get right to it. This is a big slate. Weather, like I said, no weather. Maybe some wind here or there, but no rain. Looks like all 12 games are going to get in. Vegas. Right now, the implied, it's a Coors slate, so that kind of screws the slate up a little bit. So that was another news from last night. Coors, Braves went crazy. Expected again today. So the Braves will have the highest implied of the slate. I'm assuming, 6.4. They opened up at 6.3. Now they're 6.4. 2 other teams above 5. Yankees at 5 runs, and the Blue Jays at 5.8. Blue Jays are my favorite stack tonight against Chichi Gonzalez. On the money line, huge favorites for Garrett Cole and the Yankees, minus 360. Big, that's a big number, minus 360. They opened up at minus 333. He's a big favorite. Then you got the Rays are a big favorite, minus 214 McClanahan. Blue Jays minus 210. That's the only teams above 200. Blue Jays, Rays, and the Yankees minus 360. All right, so that's our big bats looking at per Vegas is the Braves, Jays, Yankees, and you get down a little bit. Phillies are one of my favorite stacks. Rockies and Coors, Houston. All right, pitching. Talk cash first. Somebody already asked FanDuel favorite pitching hitters for GPs. All right, let's we'll just bunch them all together because right now, first for cash, it's all about Garrett Cole. If you're going to go to chalk, Garrett Cole is going to be the popular play. Even on FanDuel, in my opinion, you got to run Garrett Cole. He's the stud right now. I'm just calling his numbers up. I'm sorry. He's lights out. There's a bunch of, this is an elite bunch of pitchers. You got Corbin Burns, you got McClanahan, you got Garrett Cole, Logan Gilbert, who I really like. But Cole right now, he's pitched at least 6 innings, 7 straight starts. And those 7 starts, he got a FIP of 191, a whip of 0.95, 32.6% strikeout rate, at least 22 fantasy points in all those starts. And who's he facing? The Tigers. Okay, so anytime we pick on the Tigers, you pick on the A's. Right now, Tigers striking out 25% to righties, 295 WOBA, 131 ISO, just a bad offense against righties. It's all about Garrett Cole and cash. FanDuel, he's your main one. DK is your SP1. Now, your SP2, it looks like right now, if we're going to look at ownership, and I probably am going to go with a chalk tonight because I do believe in this SP2 role, is Nathan Eovaldi is probably what we're looking at on DK as your SP2. Do you consider 8K a value play? I probably do tonight when you're looking at Burns, McClanahan, all those guys, over 10K. I'm not even mentioning Shane Bieber at 9.8. So he probably is, I would consider him value. He's up and down, of course. It's Nathan Eovaldi, but I love the spot he's in. It's Oakland. So we pick on Detroit. We pick on Oakland. Oakland right now, 131 ISO against righties, 266 WOBA against righties, striking out 27% against righties in Oakland Coliseum, Pitchers Park. Eovaldi is going to be a popular SP2 on DK. All right, so that's your cash. You can get different. If you're afraid of Eovaldi, because Eovaldi, he'll jump around. The last 2 games, though, Baltimore and Seattle, he's been over 30 DK points. Before that, he got bombed at Houston. Actually, I was home. I think it was in Fenway. Yeah, Fenway. So, but he's your value. So, where else you want to go for GPPs? Now, somebody was asking about FanDuel. So first, FanDuel, we're pretty much probably talking the same pitchers. I wouldn't go any lower than Eovaldi. Maybe James Caprillion because he's a ground ball pitcher. But my favorite GPPs are going to be then as a pivot off of Cole, we go to Burns. Burns is going to be, I think this is going to be one of the lowest you're ever going to see Corbin Burns this year, ownership-wise, because everybody's be going to Cole. Burns, great spot against San Diego. The Padres right now, the Padres offense is definitely struggling against righties, 24% strikeout rate, 131 ISO. Burns should be able to mow him down. He could definitely have at the end of the day, have the highest points of the slate. Same thing with McClanahan. I really like McClanahan stuff. I may like McClanahan stuff better than all these guys, but I just think Burns has got the better matchup. McClanahan's going up against the White Sox. The White Sox, even though Timmy A did go on an IL, the White Sox do have some bats back now. So it's not like they were last week, how bad they were last week. They're a little bit better now. And you got Pollock on the platoon. You got Luis Robert back. Abreu starting to hit, guys like that. Who else? Vaughn. So McClanahan, I just don't like McClanahan's matchup. But he's another one. He could definitely have, at the end of the day, have the most DK or fantasy points, FanDuel points in the day. But I would probably rank him third behind Cole, Burns, and between Cole and Burns. Now you got Shane Bieber, who's definitely running under the radar. Bieber's 9.8 on DK. FanDuel, I'm still trying to call FanDuel's prices up, but Bieber can be used. This is where, to me, this is more of a GPP slate because everybody's going to go to Coors in cash and Cole and Eovaldi. So this is a good night to get different on GPPs. And this is probably the way I'm going to go. I will definitely use Bieber on some. He's got 3 straight quality starts. 6 out of his past 7 have been quality starts. You can't beat that. Going against the Oriole team, I mean, they're hitting better than the reputation, but they're still not a great hitting team. And it's Shane Bieber. And Bieber should be able to control them. They're striking out 22% against righties, 307 Woba. Good spot for Bieber. Great GPP pivot. And then another guy I really like is Logan Gilbert. I like Gilbert a lot today. Great numbers. Definitely flies under the radar every time he pitches. Coming off a big game against Houston. Houston's a good offense. 27 DK points against Houston. He comes in now, ERA of 2.29, a whip of 1.03, 25% strikeout rate, and actually he's even pitching even better. I think his last 3 have been quality starts, which is big for FanDuel. Rangers struggle against righties, 25% strikeout rate, same thing. Great matchup. So Gilbert is my Eovaldi pivot for GPPs, and then those other guys up top will be my Cole pivots, like the Burns, McClanahan, Bieber. I'm not touching Kikuchi. Actually, Merrill Kelly, I will play him in some GPPs because it is against Pittsburgh. If you look at Merrill Kelly, great start of the season, struggled a little bit, but most of those games are all against the Dodgers. The Dodgers just have his number. But he should be able to handle Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh strikes out, low Woba, low ISO. Kelly at 6'8", not a bad GBP play. And then who else we have down there? There's a couple of Jose Urquidy. He's the ultimate boomer bust. Last game he got pounded. That was against Seattle, I believe. The game before that, though, he looked like Max Scherzer out there against Texas, I believe, and he shut him down. So you don't know what you're going to get with Urquidy. Yes, Seattle, let me see. Gave up 12 hits, 5 earned runs. And then that game before that against Texas, though, quality start, 10 strikeouts, only gave up 6 hits. For that, got killed at Fenway. Before that, he got hit up pretty bad in Minnesota, but then pitched good to Detroit. Boomer bust. You can definitely play him, mainly because his price is only 5'9". So Jose Urquidy is better than a 5'9" pitcher, but he's just definitely a GVP boomer bust. And then that's the next game. That's the next game I was going to say. Metal Alloy 419 is JT Brubaker. He's probably the lowest I'll go. Is Brubaker a great pitcher? No. He's serviceable. Going up against Arizona. Salary 7.6 is not bad. I like the matchup. Just striking out 25% against righties. You got to like that number. Arizona, middle of the pack in ISO, middle of the pack in WOBA. I did use Arizona bats a lot in May, picked on them a lot in April, but Brubaker is in play GPP only now at 7.6. He had a good game at Cincinnati when the Reds are really struggling, though. Beat the Cubs at Wrigley, if I remember right. Decent game against the Rockies at home. Yep. Yeah, it's Rockies at home. And he's pretty much has a decent floor beside the first game of the season against St. Louis when he got bombed. And the next game was Washington. Beside that, every game's been 12 to 20 DK points. So Brubaker is in play, GPP only. So as big of a slate is tonight and as top heavy is with pitchers, once you get to a certain point, it drops quick. Anybody I'm missing? So like Gilbert, Tyler Anderson, yeah, but it's the Mets. Mets are not going to get shut out second game in a row. I would take a chance. I would even take a chance on Max Fried if I'm multi-ender. If I'm making 20 lineups, I might have Max Fried in 1 or 2 lineups in Coors. I respect Max Fried a lot. I'm not playing too many Rockies bats. I'm not playing Fried much, but I would throw Fried in a couple. Fried's a good pitcher. Anybody else? No. Chichi Gonzalez, I can't even believe he's even back in the majors. He's going to get destroyed by Toronto tonight. Vince Velasquez is pitching for Chicago. Elvin Rodriguez. So it's a real bad bottom, top heavy, price heavy up top. Only other maybe Dave Dunning. Dunning's got some stuff now and then. He's up and down, but he's got some strikeout stuff. When he's on 9.5, Ks per 9 his last 5 starts. All right. So, but you're asking as an Eovaldi pivot? No, if I'm using Eovaldi pivot, I'm going to Logan Gilbert, not Brubaker. I love Brubaker in some, but Gilbert is the main pivot there. Gilbert may be a better spot than Eovaldi. Just Eovaldi's gonna be very high owned, and if he has a good game, you want to have in your cash lineups. All right. Like I said, cash is gonna get crazy tonight because of course, and the Braves like last night. All right, so that's pitching. Any questions on pitching? Let me pull up some BVP data. We'll go around the bases. We'll see who is hot, who's not, who we're going to play. I said it stinks because we're dealing with cores today, but what are we going to do? There's not much we can do about it. We got to play the hand we were dealt. All right, catcher. Now remember, if we're in cash, you're making your lineups. You're going to go 2 ways now. You're going to go the Cole Eovaldi way, or as you're going through the lineups, you can also try a Cole / Burns or Cole / Shane Bieber, because there may be some value. The Michael Harris, some of these guys may pop up here. We may be able to get 2 high-priced pitchers. So that's how I'm going to try to build 2 different lineups and see what I come up with. But it's probably going to be the Eovaldi Cole. All right, so catching, top of the board. I mean, you always got Will Smith, so she gets a righty. But it's Chris Bassett. I have too much respect for Chris Bassett. I don't pick on Chris Bassett too much, so probably Smith's out. Salvi gets Urquidy, possibly $4,800. Salvi's back. He's just not hitting though since he's been back. I'm not sure if he even has a hit since he's been back. He may have 1, I think. Yeah, I think 1 hit. The first game is back. So Salvi's still struggling. You can't play Salvi yet. Gary Sanchez against Kikuchi, possibly. 4,400 GPP play. Varsho is always in play. I'm not messing with Logan Gilbert, but it's a Mitch Garver. So we're probably going to go cheaper here at catcher. So who do we have? First of all, is there any BVPs? I don't think there was. Anybody that stands out? No. Wilson their early game, and Contreras got hurt yesterday and took a ball off his foot. He may not be playing. So all right, no BVP. Looking at the top overall, who else? Who are we going to go with then? Man, you got Alejandro Kirk. Kirk's 3.9. Not a bad spot. MJ Melendez, I like. MJ Melendez is 3.7. I know I'm missing somebody here who I should be talking about. William Contreras is probably going to be back, right? Even though Denard had that huge game, but maybe they both may play. If William Contreras plays, he's probably your overall play. I mean, the guy's been raking the ball. Hitting everything he hits is hard. I don't know what's Contreras' price here. I mean, Denard's obviously in play too, but once again, usually catchers where I drop down. I'm going when you got a guy like Cole pitching today. So you got to find value somewhere cheap. Denard's 4.2. Denard's price isn't too bad. I'm probably looking at like a MJ Melendez, something like that. If Trevino gets a start, maybe for the Yankees, he's 3.2. Austin Hedges, always a home run risk, but that's it. 2.5. He's always the last man, possibly against Zimmerman. Zimmerman for Baltimore has given up 9 home runs in his last 2 games. Remember that. So too bad the Cleveland Indians don't have too many home run hitters. So J. Rams Prince guaranteed a home run today. Diaz in Coors against Fried, probably not. Man, catcher is going to be. I'm probably going to go with the cheapest catcher I can get though. Probably even it might be like MJ Melendez, something like that. Mike Zunino against Velasquez. Zunino can hit righties and righties, but there's nobody I have to have at catcher tonight. There isn't. Even with Denard or in Contreras playing. So there. Just move on to first base. I hate catcher. All right, first base is where it gets weird here because, first of all, first thing that jumps out at you, the price for Vlad. Vlad Jr. is only 4.3K on DK. On FanDuel, he's a little bit different. FanDuel, he's 3.6, so still cheap. But that's not as cheap. Like that's not like what would be considered on DK. Vlad at 4.3 is almost, to me, even though you got Matt Olson $400 more, I think Olson's in a great spot, lefty righty. Olson's going for the record rate. Could be hitting record this year for doubles against Chad Kuhl. Like Vlad. To me, Olson's the GPP pivot. Maybe that's where we get different. Maybe some people are going to play Olson. You do CJ Crone against a lefty in court, but it's Max Fried. To me, only GPP play because I have too much respect for Fried. Otani's back tonight. He was on DK's roster yesterday. Free Freddie, but he's going up against Bassett, so GPP only. Rizzo, who's just not hitting right now. Got hit yesterday. Pete Alonso, 5.3, always in play, but Anderson's been pitching well. To me, it's Vlad. Matt Carpenter's going to be popular, but he's 3.3. Carpenter either has a home run or out. I'm not paying 3.3 for Matt Carpenter, even if he's on a home run tonight. Sorry. You got Jared Walsh against a righty, always in play against a righty. 4K, GPP only. Nathaniel Lowe's been really hitting. It's against Gilbert, so I don't mess with Logan Gilbert. I think Logan Gilbert's too good of a pitcher. But going back, look at BBP. Nathaniel Lowe, 6 for 12, 500 lifetime off of Gilbert. Not bad numbers. Not bad at all. That's pretty much it for BBP's area. So to me, I'm probably playing Vlad at first base. I just love the Blue Jays today against Chichi Gonzalez. Horrible, probably the worst pitcher in baseball. Gas can, load up on the cheap Jays tonight. But it's Vlad or it's Olson. There's nobody else even close unless you want, unless you're talking about like a Pete Alonso or something. Ty France, 4.8. Yep, I love Ty France. But now if you want somebody different, value wise, you can't play Voit. It's Burns. You got I don't play Kevon Biggio, but he's minimum price against Gonzalez if he gets in the game. Maybe Franchi Cordero, but Capillion keeps the ball on the ground. Yeah, first base is not. This is gonna be a weird slate because you have so many elite pitchers, and then a couple bums in the bottom. So to me, it's all about you're gonna play Olson or you're gonna play Vlad at first. Boom, that's it. Then maybe like a Nathaniel Lowe and GVPs. If you're gonna stack the Rangers to be different against a popular Gilbert, get Lowe in that lineup. Cheap ball from my guys, Mountcastle. You see him. Mountcastle's really hit. He's hitting the ball well. I played him last night. I think I had a double last night. He didn't hit one out, but I would play, but it's Bieber, so it's GVP only. Bieber could shut these guys right down. But Mountcastle right now is hitting 300 over his last week, 310 over the last month, 5 homers, 13 at bats. So definitely in play for GPP, Mancini, righty on righty. But he's hitting the ball too, though. He's hitting like 400 over the last week, 360 over the last month. So yeah, GPP stack. Definitely. Mancini's outfield eligible, so you can get both these guys in. That's going to be a low-owned stack, too. So everybody's going to be afraid to go against Bieber. It's a good call there. That's a good call, Metal Alloy, because nobody's going to be using them. But you can't be playing these guys in cash now. But we've seen, Bieber implode, so he could shut him out, but Mancini and Mountcastle really hitting the ball. And then, Odor, he's always capable of losing one. Going over, play a happen Odors and Matt Carpenter's. You get all 0 for 8s or 2 homers. Okay, that's first base. So once again, it's up top. You got to make a choice. Olson or Vlad, and then GVPs. You got the Alonzos, the CJ Crones, the low BVP. That's about it though, because of the good pitching on this slate. See if I miss anybody on the advanced metrics side. Jose Abreu is a great spot against McClanahan, but I have too much respect for McClanahan, so GPP only. Keston possibly as a GPP He's going up against Musgrove. It's reverse splits. Man, there's not much there. Maybe Rowdy, Tellez, GPP. Not much jumping out at me. All right, second base. Anybody own anybody? No. No BBPs there. Let's look at. I should be looking at ownership. I'm sorry. Let's see what I have for ownership on second base. Okay. So second base right now, the popular is going to be. Sorry, I don't feel. Is ownership right now is showing Ernie Clement as the highest ownership. What I'm seeing projected. Once again, it's only noontime against Zimmerman. We do want to play Indians. I'm not sure about Ernie Clement, but when you got Brendan Rodgers at 3.9, who's really hitting the ball now. I mean, he's always been a big prospect. He's not going to hit 3 home runs like he did the other day, but Rodgers is definitely in play. Ozzy Albies is just not hitting like we're used to, and it's not a lefty tonight, so I'm not paying up for Ozzy Albies tonight. So I do like Brendan Rodgers. Altuve, not a bad spot against Singer at 5K. Still like Brendan Rodgers. I like Ketel Marte. I don't think people realize how well Marte's like hitting home runs like he did last year, but 350 over the last week, 380 over the last month batting average. Great WOBA. Low ISO, but great WOBA. So Ketel Marte. But after all these guys, to me, still I think Gleyber Torres at 4.8 is probably the best play if you're not using Brendan Rodgers at 3.9. Torres right now is hitting and run the hot streak. He's going up against Elvin Rodriguez. Right now, Gleyber's hitting 350 over the last week. 3 homers, 4 ribbies. It's righty. That's not going to matter to me against Elvin Rodriguez. So I like Torres. I like Torres over all those guys. Over Altuve, over Marte, over Witt. Trevor Story's stopped hitting again. Over Ozzy. Marcus Semien, great GBP play. Semien starting to hit. And then we go cheaper. We got Santiago Espinal. I'm not sure if Springer's back tonight. If not, Espinal could be leading off again. Had a great night last night. We mentioned Ernie Clement is catching some love, obviously, at 2.2. Once again, you want to get those. You want to double bang those pitchers like a Burns Cold, and you got to find a 2K guy somewhere. Maybe roll Ernie Clement here. But I think Rodgers is cheaping up at 3.9. A good spot. If Garrett Hampson plays 3-1. Like I said, I like Max Fried. I can see Max Fried having a good game here, of course. I mean, he can implode too, but I don't pick on Max Fried too much. Anybody I'm missing? You can always message Josh Van Bender, who's been betting cleanup for Pittsburgh, going up against his old Arizona team. I think Josh Van Bender's probably played for everybody though, but he's going up against Merritt Kelly, so he's 2.7. Colt Wong doesn't hit Musgrove. So this is weird. We got some weird plays here today because once again, it's elite pitching. So once again, my top play is Gleyber Torres or Brendan Rodgers. And anybody I'm really missing on the value end, Tucupita Marcano. He's had hits like 3 straight, couple home runs. But nope. Torres or Brendan Rodgers. That might be a call. Marcano's hitting. What's that? I'm not gonna sit here and lie and act like I know what Ernie Clement's been doing. So he played 2 days ago. No, the last game he played was May 31st, and he had 2 hits. Now our man Marcano, I know he had a home run against the Dodgers. I remember going to Discord saying, well, what is a Tucupita Marcano? 320 was since he came up here. Now, let me see. He last game against the Dodgers, stolen base, hit, run. Before that, so he had back-to-back home run games, right? Back-to-back home run games. Hey, he's hitting right now. He play the hot hand. Good call. You're right. Why would you play Ernie Clement, even though it is against Zimmerman, who has given up 9 home runs in the last 2 games? I'd probably would rather roll with a Marcano who we know can hit a home run instead of a Ernie Clement who we know can't hit a home run. Right? So that's a good call. I would run Marcano over Clement. Some weak batters today. Okay, third base. So if you're paying up, it's all about J-Ram. I mean, J-Ram is in elite spot for home run tonight. What's the price? Is he more in Devers? $400 more in Devers. Said Zimmerman is in a bad space right now. Ramirez is, I think, home runs like 2 of his last 5 or something. So Zimmerman 9 home runs, giving up his last 2 games. Ramirez is a top play. Popularity wise, though, I'm assuming we're looking at Austin Riley. Riley's always been a better reverse splits hitter, righty on righty. So yeah, Riley's looking like right now like he's gonna be a popular play against Cool at 5K. I still like Ramirez at 5.8 better, but it's probably easier to the 5K. In the middle there, I mean, Devers is a great spot, but he's going up against ground ball pitcher. Shouldn't bother Devers though, so I'm not going to argue anybody off him. Machado going against Burns, GPP, good GPP play, but GPP only. I don't mind Josh Rojas at 4.2. Going to be different. Keep Brian Hayes, very quietly having a great season, hitting 290 on the season. Edwin Rios, he was Bassett, so Bregman's not doing much for me at all. He's hitting like 150 over the last week. Maybe a little JD Davis. Ryan McMahon nope, I'm not playing McMahon against Fried, especially lefty on lefty, so he can sit for me. Let's pay up. So you got to pay up at third, looks like tonight. So maybe we do pay down at second base with Tucapita Marcano. I'm gonna drop all the way down. It's probably like a Jace Peterson. Jace is still only 2.3. He would be where I go. And I mean, last 2 games, man, he's averaging. Wow, the last week Peterson averaged 470 batting average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, 671 WOBA, 706 ISO. 8 hits his last 16 plate appearances. So there you go. If you don't play Riley, J-Ram, Devers, go all the way down to Jace Peterson. Is Peterson eligible in another position? For some reason no, he's not. He's only third base now. So if you want to pay up a second and drop down to Jace. Jace is a good value play. Looks like here, definitely 8 hits his last 60 on bats. Can't beat that. He's really been on. I knew he's hitting, but I didn't know he was on fire like that last 2 games. So it was that Matt Duffy batting cleanup. Joe Girardi got fired today. I like the Phillies stack. Maybe you like it more now with the Phillies outfielders. Man, Matt Carpenter's looking to see ownership today. This is crazy. Okay, let's go to shortstop. Can we get different here? Dansby's going to be the popular play. Dansby's really hitting the ball. So rightfully so. He's the top play. At only 4.6, yeah, it's Dansby. Bichette, GPP play, 4.9. He's really not hitting, but Chichi Gonzalez is the all you need to get back in the hitting stroke. So Bichette is the pivot from Dansby. Ahmed Rosario, also in a good spot against Zimmerman. Rosario can hit a home run, so I don't mind Rosario there at 4.2. Trey's in the spot, but it's against Bassett, so I'm not paying up for Trey. Lindor hurt his finger yesterday in the hotel room. Not sure if he's playing, so just count him out now. Pena's really not hitting much anymore. JP Crawford has been hitting. I like little JP Crawford at 4,100. Bobby BWJ, he's always in play. No value is jumping out. It's always Andrew Velazquez for me at short if I want to. So Dansby Swanson is your shortstop here. Bichette is the pivot, or a little bit of a Matt Rosario. Bogarts is going to go under the radar here, it looks like. So GPP. All right, that's shortstop. We still have to find some value. We found Jace. We found Metal Alloy's favorite, Tucapita Marcano. So where are we going to find? So we got to find somebody in the outfield. And we also want one or two outfield bats. So starting up top in the outfield. My favorite outfielder tonight, non-cores, is Schwarber. Schwarber against Silseth. Great spot. You know, you play Schwarber when he's hot, and Schwarber is getting a home run stroke right now. 2 of his last 3 games. I love Schwarber tonight. Probably more GBP, but I'm going to stack the Phillies. Yes, Andrews. Yeah, Andrews is always a value to me. He's kind of like a default for me. So Schwarber is a top play. Those 5K guys, you got. I don't mess with Buxton right now because he just doesn't know how to hit. Right now, there's more going on with him. Harper should be back. So I'm stacking Harper, Schwarber, and GBP. Betts would be my only guy I would play against Bassett. Aaron Judge. So Judge is going to be probably the chalky play. He just hits home runs every game. I would play. Now, this is going to be a big decision tonight. I don't think you can play both. Is Judge or Acuna? If you can play both, great. You can if you're not going to be pitching. If you're going to run some cheap GPP pitchers. I personally would roll Judge. I was on a show earlier this morning. We kind of debated that. They're on Acuna's speed, but Judge is hitting his home runs like crazy. Acuna still hasn't got his home run stroke yet. So I'm playing Judge, but Acuna's right there also. Once again, you can't play all these guys. I probably have a Judge. Now dropping down a little bit. Alvarez, good spot. Anytime lefty and righty. And I think he's coming off. No, it wasn't. It was a double and 3 ribbies. Alvarez needs to get hot again. So who else we got? Mike Trout's going to run right on the radar tonight. So he's probably going to be in the play of the day. We don't know who's pitching for. It's Eflin, right? I guess. So going down that middle range, Tio Hernandez 4K. You're never going to see Tio Hernandez 4K much longer against Chichi Gonzalez. Hernandez is probably the top point per dollar play in the outfield. Tio Hernandez. Boom. J-Rod's always in play. I'll play J-Rod every night. And now that Winker's starting to hit, J-Rod and Winker, always have them together in stacks. I can play Winker in cash, too. I'm a Winker guy, and he's starting to hit now. Cedric Mullins, really hitting the ball, but it's Bieber, so he's going to be under-owned. All right, so up top there, we're going to have either Judge or Acuna, little Tio Hernandez. We like Schwarber. Trout's going to be sneaky. And then dropping down, Lourdes Gurriel at 2.8, definitely against Gonzalez. I could play him. And then we have Michael Harris. Big game last night. He's still only like 2K. So Harris is a guy you can jump in as really value to get you some other bats. Oscar Gonzalez, he's another great value going up against Zimmerman. Gonzalez has had a hit every game he's played, but 1, I think, since he came up. Gonzalez in play. Taylor Trammell's in play. And I'm not messing with Garlick. Garlick is definitely in play, but he's just not hitting right now, and he'll get pinch hit for when a lefty comes in. Brady comes in. But people will play Garlick. I was always on Garlick. Tyrone Taylor is still only 3.3. He's quieted down a little bit. But, man, I just think tonight in cores, you can play like a Michael Harris, Oscar Gonzalez, and then take your pick of Acuna or Judge. That may get you where you need to be. Yeah, I did some research on Chichi and AAA too, but I've seen enough of Chichi to over his career. And remember, Minnesota's got a bunch of guys that aren't making the trip either. Like Kepler's not making the trip. nothing to do with Chi-Chi, but if Sean V, if you want to believe that AAA stuff on Chi-Chi, I know he played in Coors, over his last few years, but it's not just Coors. He's just a bad pitcher, and I'm going to pick on him. And if I'm wrong, then I'll live with that because Chi-Chi's a bad pitcher. But you're right. But I do got to give you're dead on because I was going through it earlier too, and let me see. So it's got 5 starts in the minors, 3.44 ERA. So it's not. Don't be trying to talk me off. Don't be trying to talk me off my Blue Jays now. And they aren't here. No, this is. But the thing is, why they're so cheap. That's why we're getting. That's why we're getting Teal for 4K and Vlad for 4.3. I'm trying to call up Chi-Chi's full minor league data now, and of course, as I was typing CHI. So, but you guys don't need to know his minor league numbers. He is Chandra. He's pitching much better in minor leagues, much better than he had been in the majors, especially at Coors. But I guess all I'm saying is if Jays don't break out of it now against Chi-Chi Gonzalez. So he's got St. Paul Saints. He's 2-2, 3.44 ERA, 36 innings, 32 hits, not bad. 35 strikeouts, 36 innings, strikeout per inning, not bad, Chi-Chi. 14 walks, not bad. Whip's not bad at 1.25. But once again, we're talking St. Paul Saints. We're not talking Blue Jays. And yeah, I don't see the ground ball right here, but I saw that too. I saw like 60% or something. But good digging, Sean B. So you can tell me Monday, you can laugh at me when Chi-Chi shuts him out, and then Blue Jays did nothing. But Blue Jays moved my stacks. Okay, so that's pretty much all the plays. You got to decide then. You're going to go 2 big pitchers like a Cole Burns, Cole Bieber, or drop to like a Cole Eovaldi, which is going to be a popular play. I haven't tried to make anything yet, but I think overall, you're going to have to play a couple 2K players, and probably I may end up playing. I don't know why, but I got a feeling this Harris kid if he even plays, because who knows? This Harris kid's going to come in under-owned. If he's playing, I'm playing him in Coors again. Michael Harris at 2.4 against Cool. Lefty, righty. The kid's a stud. He's already hitting in the majors. You can lock him up with Oscar Gonzalez, a 2K and 2.4 guy. You can even go Taylor Tranmore. And boom, I'm not playing Ernie Clement. Now, of course, Ernie Clement's going to home run tonight, but Adam Duvall's only 2.5 in Coors. Then maybe this will be how he breaks out. So you can need at least 2 value guys. That's what I'd probably run. I'd probably run in like a Harris and Gonzalez or some whoever other cheap guy to brace out there, like they did yesterday. Mickey Moniak. I didn't even know Mickey Moniak is even still. I'm seeing Mickey Moniak in projections. I guess he is back. Mickey Moniak. Well, that's what I'm going to do too. I have the same idea Metal Alloy's doing. I hope they, and then I'm gonna stack somewhere, but my main stack's gonna be Blue Jays. So stacks is the Blue Jays against Chi-Chi. Even though Sean V says Chi-Chi's gonna shut him out. Phillies with the new manager, with the interim manager. Schwarber's going yard, which is my home run call. And then who else? Coors. I mean, that's just a given. Braves should rock today. And how about the Rays against Vinny Velasquez? He allows a ton of hard contact, a lot of fly balls. I could see Velasquez though turn around and shutting the Rays down too. This is probably his only chance. They took him out of the rotation, put him in the pen, and then Kushel just blew up. put Vinny V back in rotation, but now he's got Lance Lynn breathing down his neck because Lynn's in rehab right now, starts. So he should be back very soon, sooner than I thought. So Velasquez is pitching for his MLB starting life right now. So maybe he has a good game. Any other stacks? I feel like there's a stack I'm missing that I talked about earlier. But mainly, it's the Jays. It's the Jays and Phillies for me. Jays, Phillies, and Coors. So I'll probably sprinkle a lot of Braves and them 2 stacks to be safe. And even though it's Max Fried, always throw in a Rockies core. You never know. It's cores that could definitely go off no matter who's pitching. So always throw a Rockies core in there too. Oh, how about here? This is a team that's going to be very low on tonight. Everybody's all of a sudden forgot about them because it's a Coors night, and the Chi-Chi stuff is the Red Sox. Boom. And I see Metal Alloy just put that up. Wow. Me and Metal Alloy on the same page by far. He is a ground ball pitcher. Started out much better than he is now this season. And all of a sudden, everybody's attention is off the Red Sox. So, good call. Is Caprillion? I still think though his number. I mean, his ground ball numbers are still real high, though, right? I still think he's still a ground ball pitcher, right? I know he's been getting hammered, but I usually stay away from him. But I think this is gave me a jump on him. So here I got it right here. It is 35%. 35.6% ground ball rate going back. 35.6. Okay. Red Sox, Blue Jays, Phillies, Coors. Got it. Schwarber, home run. I see Eric just threw a name up somewhere. I thought I saw something. He said it's Anthony Santander. It's Eric's call. And I guess that's it. Any questions? If not, big slate, but it's manageable. You get your pitchers, figure your pitchers out. Usually I figure pitchers out last, but tonight I'm figuring my pitchers out, and then I'm going to the bats. And you should have enough value. And like we said, even get sneaky with Tucapata. I'll never get his name right. What is it? Tucapita? Now I'm blowing the poor guy up. But and I can't because the guy's been crushing. Good luck tonight, guys, and we will be back Monday, 10 a.m. So questions. All right, deuces. Thanks, guys.